Hey everyone, it's me, Jeremy. I am just to give you a little bit of background about me. I'm a musician, music artist. I write my own songs. I produce them. I also do some covers and I make videos and put them on my channel. So if you're ever interested, you could go on my channel, check those out if you like. But anyway, for today's video, purpose of this video, I'm just gonna talk about some of the stories that inspired the songs that I wrote over the years, and hope you like this. Feel free to give me a like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate it. So hopefully this video won't be too long. And so here we go. Let's get right to it. So the first song that I listed here, I did about 5. I just picked 5 of my favorites. First song is Metamorphosis. And that one is an instrumental that I wrote, a synth pop instrumental. And I really like that one because it's very, to me, it's very punchy. It's got a lot of drive, and it's very, maybe, I guess, danceable, I hope. I took a lot of inspiration from a lot of synth pop, synth wave music, because I really like a lot of that. And a lot of inspiration from New Order, who I'm a big fan of. So I kind of, when I wrote this song, or when I recorded it, I wanted to kind of try that out, that style, the synth pop, synth wave, kind of new wave instrumental, and see where it goes and where it leads. And I really like that one because I put a lot of layers in that, a lot of synthesizers, some extra drums, an extra drum track on there, and using FL Studio to make the beats and other synthesizers on there with the plugins. So that one I really like, and if you're interested, you can check that one out. It's called Metamorphosis. It's on my SoundCloud, so I'll provide that in the link in the description, my SoundCloud, and yeah. So the second song is The Other Side, and that's another synth pop, synth wave song. It's not an instrumental, there's some vocals on there. And the idea about it, behind that song was, I guess, like a love story, but it ends in the two lovers dying together. So I kind of took some inspiration from, well, lyrical inspiration from the Smiths, and just a lot of melancholy lyrics. So I want to write like a love story that ends in a death, kind of like Romeo and Juliet, you know. And I'm really proud of that one because I had been studying classical piano, and I learned a little bit about music theory and scales and chord progressions. So I kind of implemented that in the song, some of those concepts, put them in the song, and just see how it worked. And I'm really proud of that song. Really like that one a lot. The third song is Bleeding Heart. It's another one that I'm proud of. That one, I just was straight up rock and roll. I wanted to just straight ahead rock and roll with that one. And at the time, when I wrote this song, I was listening to a lot of Kiss and classic rock and hard rock. And I wanted to try something similar to that. And for the lyrics, there was really no real life inspiration behind that. I just wrote whatever came to my mind, and it was like a lover's lament, or you know, like a breakup kind of a song. And I just did that just to give it a try. And there's really no real life inspiration behind that one. And yeah, so that's one I'm very proud of. And then I did all of the recording. I recorded everything myself. And I did everything by myself. I produced it, I mixed it on my Tascam 8-track recorder. I have a video about that too, so if you ever go on my channel, there's a video titled My Creative Process. And it's just me talking about how I go about my whole recording process and how I create the songs and how I go about recording them. So I'm kind of doing everything by myself. So if you ever want to check that out, feel free to do so. Leave a comment. Fourth song is I wrote called Everywhere. And I'm really proud of that one because I didn't really take any musical influence or inspiration on that one. I just kind of went on my own. I just wanted to do something on my own without any musical inspiration, not taking inspiration from other bands that I listened to, and I just kind of came up with that one on my own. And the song is about, you know, just dealing with loss, because I had lost someone in my life that I was very close to, and she had cancer, and unfortunately she passed away at the age of 21. So I was kind of going through a little bit of writer's block and just a little bit of depression about that, thinking about her. So I decided to write a song dedicated to her. And so yeah, I'm very proud of that one. I also, the same thing, I used music theory concepts, playing around with different scales or different notes to maybe come up with a bridge, and I used a lot of different chords. And so yeah, I'm very proud of that one. And so that's what that song is about. It's a very personal song, and it's very, I'm sorry, I have social anxiety, so it's kind of hard for me to do this in front of a camera. But yeah, I'm really proud of that one because it's a personal song, and it's about somebody that I lost, and I'm sure many of you have probably gone through the same thing. Maybe you lost somebody that, maybe you've lost a loved one that you were close to, that you love dearly, and just knowing that they're not around anymore, kind of sucks. But a way that I try to get through that is maybe just put all that energy into being creative with that, instead of going deeper into a depression. I thought it would be a good release for me to write a song about it. And if you ever want to listen to it, that's cool. Feel free to like it, leave me a comment. If there's any, thing that I could improve on as far as mixing, producing it, recording it, I'd really appreciate that. But, so yeah, that's it for that song. Let's see. Next song would be Don't Forget About Me. I really like that one a lot because it's a bit of it's like a indie rock love ballad that I was trying to go for. And that was the vibe that I was trying to go for with that one. Because at the time when I wrote it, just like 5 years ago, when I wrote it, I was listening to a lot of indie rock, Mac DeMarco, the synth pop music, a lot of Tame Impala music. And, a lot of people say that Kevin Parker and Mac DeMarco kind of sound similar in their singing style. And the music is a little bit similar too, just different artists. So I thought it would be a kind of a cool idea to kind of take those two styles and try to make them into one song. So that's what I did with that one. I was listening to those artists and trying to experiment. That's what I do a lot of my music. Anybody I'm listening to at the time, I try to experiment with those styles. It could be anything. I could be listening to classical music, synth pop, indie rock, classic rock, jazz, blues, punk. So that's pretty much what, all those styles of music are pretty much what influence my songwriting and my whole recording process. And then I just kind of try to put them into one, see if it works, and if I like it, then I can just put it out there, and if anyone else likes it, that's cool. If you don't, that's fine too. But yeah, with that one, Don't Forget About Me, I'm really proud of that one because, you know, I was experimenting and I wanted to see if I could pull that off. And I was singing in a very high range, and and most of my songs, I normally don't sing that high. But at that time, I was able to. I don't know if I could do it now. But that's one of the songs that I'm proud of. And I guess just the lyrics behind it, I guess I did take some inspiration from that, real life inspiration, just falling in love with somebody and you don't want them to forget about you. And maybe they do remember you, or maybe they do forget, but it's kind of a bit of a, but that was the sentiment behind the song, was just writing about the feelings I had for somebody and just hoping that they wouldn't forget about me, or that maybe they would feel the same way. So yeah, that's what that song is about. And yeah, I took a lot of inspiration from a lot of indie rock songs and just went from there, recorded it by myself, the synthesizers, the electric piano, bass, drums. And it's probably not my best recording because that was around the time when I first started recording my music. So I was just really not that great at producing or mixing it or mastering it. I just started off with the 6-track Tascam recorder with that one, so it's very amateur. A lot of my recordings are, because I don't have a big studio or professional equipment, so I just kind of use whatever I was able to afford at the time, and I still use it now. I haven't come up with much music lately because I've kind of run out of ideas, and life's been very busy life's been pretty busy, and I've just kind of decided to make some changes in my life right now, and I still live with my parents, so I guess I kind of had to make a change and do something, and I kind of feel like I have to step away from the whole music thing right now and just focus on what's going on right now and what's important to me. But that's not to say the music isn't important, or making music. I mean, I might come back to it at some point, but right now I just feel like I need some time away from it and just the whole process, because it's kind of exhausting when you're doing it by yourself. You really don't have any help from anybody and how to produce or, you know, putting your music out on social media. So I'm kind of doing everything by myself, and I don't know if that's a good thing, but that's what I'm doing. But anyway, if you have any questions, any comments, feel free to drop them in the comments below, comment section. Feel free to like and subscribe. And yeah, I hope you like this video. And if you you ever want to check out my music, feel free to do so. There's links on my channel. You could look at all that stuff. Everything is available, so none of it is hidden. It's all available. So yeah, I hope that you'll have a good rest of your day, and see you for the next video. And I'm signing off here. So, bye.